Welcome back. This is episode 20, the last episode in block 2, and I want to close this block by connecting two threads we've talked about separately. The technological evolution of the aircraft being delivered and the physical characteristics of the infrastructure designed to house them. Because when you put those two things together, the investment opportunity comes in a very sharp focus. Let me start with the aircraft side. The past decade has produced the most dramatic technological advancement in business aviation since the introduction of the first business jets in the 1960s. The current generation of ultra-long-range jets, the Gulfstream G700, G800, Bombardier Global 7500, Global 8000, and the forthcoming Dassault Falcon 10X, are genuinely transformative aircraft. The G700 can fly nonstop from Dallas to Tokyo, the Global 8000 from New York to Singapore. These are distances that were not achievable by any business jet a decade ago, and operators who need that range are ordering these aircraft in large numbers. Long-range jet demand has increased 28%, and the ultra-long-range jet segment is the single fastest growing category in the business jet market by dollar value. Now let's talk about what these aircraft look like physically, because this is where the infrastructure crisis becomes very concrete. The G700 is 111 feet long with a wingspan of 103 feet. Its tail height is 25 feet and 5 inches. The Global 7500 is 111 feet long, 104-foot wingspan, and approximately 27 feet tall at the tail. These are enormous aircraft by any measure. They're closing in on the physical dimensions of regional commercial airliners. And now the infrastructure side. The majority of U.S. general aviation hangar inventory was built in the 1970s and 1980s for the jets of that era. A Learjet 35 from 1975 had a tail height of about 12 feet. A Hawker 800 from the 1980s, about 17 feet. The hangars built for those aircraft have door clearance heights of 20 to 24 feet. When a Global or G700 or Global 7500 pulls onto the ramp and tries to fit through one of those doors, it doesn't. 25 or 27 feet tall of tail height cannot pass through a 22-foot door. It's physically impossible. The aircraft sits on the ramp, exposed to the elements, or gets parked in an oversized T hangar designed for smaller aircraft that is entirely inadequate for a $75 million ultra-long-range jet. This is what AGP Aviation means when they describe nearly half of the U.S. hangar inventory as functionally obsolete for the modern fleet. And I want to emphasize this. This problem is getting worse over time, not better. Every quarter, OEMs deliver more G700s, more Global 7500s, more large cabin aircraft that require 28-foot plus door clearances. Every quarter, more of the existing hangar stock ages in another quarter toward the end of its useful life. The geometric gap between what the aircraft require and what the infrastructure provides is widening actively. The new aircraft coming to market are also more technologically sophisticated in ways that require more capable maintenance facilities. Advanced avionics, composite airframes, high bypass turbofan engines. These systems require maintenance technicians with specific certifications, specialized tooling, and facilities equipped with the right electrical systems and environmental controls. A legacy hangar from 1982 doesn't just lack the door height, it often lacks the electrical infrastructure, the lighting, the floor load capacity, and the climate control system required to properly maintain a modern aircraft. The obsolescence is not just dimensional, it's comprehensive. For investors, all of this points to one conclusion. The market for Class A aviation infrastructure, new, purpose-built facilities designed for the modern fleet, is essentially a greenfield opportunity. There is not a large pool of existing Class A inventories sitting available for acquisition. There is a large and growing demand for facilities that barely exist at scale. Building them or acquiring and upgrading the rare existing candidates to Class A standards is the foundational value creation activity of this investment thesis. And the pricing for that Class A product, given the near total absence of competition and the acute need of the operators waiting for it, is exceptional. That's the setup going into Block 3. The investor episodes are next.